All right, we are back. I noticed yesterday that the sound cut out at some point in the video, in the stream. So I'll try to keep on top of that a little bit better. Um, I mean, my voice, my mic was fine, but the game sounds just kind of cut out somewhere. So I don't know what's up with that, but I'll try to keep an eye on it today. So we're getting a little bit of an earlier start, mostly because I just got home earlier than I normally do. But we also have a lot of stuff to get through today. Let me go ahead and collect whatever it is this is giving me. So I spent a good amount of time today, even though I probably shouldn't have. Excuse me. Even though I probably shouldn't have, collecting carrots. And I mostly did that by going here in the story and watching these things. I mean, you can skip through them if you don't want to watch it, but it was kind of on in the background for me, so I just ended up like kind of watching them, kind of not. I learned that you can get a Majiro Dober support card out of that. And you actually get, I think, like 2 of them or something, so you can actually uncap which I already did. Let me see, it's this one right here. It's a wit card. You can see I've uncapped it actually twice, so I must have gotten like 3 of these. I've uncapped it level 40, and that's just by watching through the storyline. So that's great. I don't think I'll be using this anytime soon, but later on, this definitely probably will come in pretty handy. So there's that. So I learned something. Watching the storyline actually has good rewards. And then I ran out of the main story. Excuse me. Oh man, what's going on here? Let me drink some water. Alright, sorry about that. I think something went down the wrong pipe there. So I think, yeah, I couldn't watch more of the main storyline because I got stuck up on this race 4, which is actually really hard. I mean, probably not hard for someone who's been playing for a while, but with the kind of beginner account that we have, I couldn't pass it with any of the horses, the veterans that I've done so far. So I ended up collecting all of these, and then I collected some more and some of the other ones also, and I had to like go in here because I was like short like a couple thousand. So long story short, basically we're gonna be pulling a 10 or 20x scout here. We're gonna do this 20 times. I think that's how many you get. Yeah, right, I think that's right. And then we also got a free one. And then I think yesterday at the end of the stream, I had a free one also, and I redeemed it, and we got a twin turbo, I believe. Let me see here. Yeah, we pulled this card. So today, I've been farming vodka. I told you guys that I would farm vodka on the side because you have 3 like guests. You can use your guest 3 times, and so each day, like during my lunch hour or whatever, I'll just run vodka twice, like just skipping everything, not watching the races, none of that. And instead of the cards we were using, I think we were using 3 stamina and 3 power, I think, because that's all the cards we had. When I got that twin turbo, I just swapped out one of the stamina cards for this, and I leveled it up a little bit. And I ran vodka twice today, and I mean, I think it's decent news is, so the first time I ran her today, I believe was this one, and she has a carrot. I bookmarked this one because she ended up with a 3-star stamina. So awesome, you know, just playing the same strategy that we did on vodka, just spamming the same exact thing, same build, same everything, just running it, you know, over and over. Today on the very first run, we got a 3-star stamina, so that's great. This is going to be a decent parent. I think we're going to use this one as the parent for gold chip today. because it's a 3-star stamina, 5-star speed. I would have preferred this to be speed, just so it's all uniform, but this can serve as a good base parent now for a stamina, a 9-star stamina horse, right? A parent we can build with vodka as the base now. So, and then this is by itself a 5-star speed and 3-star stamina is not bad. I mean, that's pretty good actually. So definitely got lucky there and got that one. Is my game frozen? Oh no. Hang on. Let me fix this because I think the game froze. Yep. Give me 1 second. Okay, I think we're back. Are we good? Yeah, okay. So yeah, very first run today on vodka. That was only the third farming run. Because we ran her twice on stream, right? This was the first one, that was the second one, which we got a 2-star guts out of. And then I ran these two yesterday, right? And we got 1-star wit on both. Now we got a 3-star stamina, and then the second one I ran, I think only got a 1-star stamina. Yeah. And the reason why the stats are different here is since I already got a 3-star stamina spark, I was like, I don't really need to train stamina anymore. You know what I mean? Like, having 600 on vodka doesn't really, help that much. I would rather have more speed. So I trained this one more towards PvP while I was still farming sparks, right? Like this, I wanted to get the speed spark or possibly a power. That's why power is over 600 as well. But then I ended up training with a little bit more. So this is a very solid horse here. Not the best, but it's solid for PvP. It doesn't win all the time. I ran a couple team trials with it, and I think she lost like once or twice. But for the most part, she has like a 90, maybe 80, maybe, yeah, like an 80% win rate. Something like that. You know what I mean? So not bad, not a bad horse at all. Not a good parent though. So I'll continue to probably farm vodka to get some, to get that speed spark. And then if I get that, or even if I don't get that, yeah, probably once I get that, like the 3-star speed spark, I'll probably start farming gold chip. So doing the same exact thing using gold chip, and I'll be focusing more on getting the a 9-star stamina with her. So, or speed, whatever, it doesn't really matter. 3-star in anything is great. So that'll be sort of the plan. All right, so that's that. And yeah, getting these carrots was pretty rough, man. I just barely like made it there. I don't think I needed the full 30,000 because I don't think oh, it's a good thing. Wait, we're on, no, this is, yeah, we want this one. So we do have 11 exchange points. So that means I only have to pull 19 times because we have an extra one here banked in order to get one of these. And I don't know which one's better here. I should probably look it up. This one's a speed one. That would be useful for us because I don't have that many speed. Guts is not as useful. But we can worry about this later, right? So let's go ahead and start pulling cards. We're doing a 20 pull here. So we're just gonna waste all of our carrots basically. Maybe we might hold off since we don't need to pull all 20. Maybe just 19 is fine. Let's go ahead and pull this one first. The free one. It's just a regular bind motion. Yeah, whatever. We got really lucky getting twin turbo yesterday on that pull. That single pull, the free one. All right, so let's go ahead and start. And we're just trying to get to 200 down here. And hopefully we get some, some decent stuff here. I think we already have that. I don't think we have that one. Whatever. I think we have that one already. I mean, which is good because we can unlock, uncap the levels. We don't have Manhattan Cafe, so that's pretty good. Now we have 22 points, right? And we're just trying to get to 200. I guess I could do like 8 single pulls to get 200 on the dot. But I think it'd be more efficient to just pull the 10 so we get a guaranteed SR card at least. So I'm gonna sit here for a while pulling these. Seeking the Pearl, we don't have that. Getting a lot of new cards here. Machino Flower, I think that one's decent. So now we're at 32. A Daiwa Scarlet card. We got that one, so that'll definitely be uncapped to like level 40 or something. That'd be nice. Okay. Oh, we got the SSR version of this in the story mode, right? So Mission Flash. Don't have that one. I don't know what these are. I don't even know if these cards are good or not. You know what I mean? Because I don't really know anything about them. So if I don't get excited for some card that I pulled, then just know that I have no idea whether it's good or not until I look at it later, or like I look it up or something. Just on the face of things, I don't know. Air Groove, I think that one's okay. I'm not sure. We're not getting any SSR cards here. I don't think we've gotten one yet. But we have 14 pulls left. So hopefully 1 out of the 14. I think on my my regular account, my personal account, I got a bunch of SSR pulls like pretty much in every pull that I did, and I didn't do that many. I didn't do like 15 in a row or whatever like I'm doing now. I might have done like 10, and I got like an SSR in like every pull. I guess I just got really lucky on my personal account. We're getting a lot of just regular SRs. That was a really dog shit pull. I only got 2 SRs on that one. I mean, this looks promising. There's a lot of gold bookmarks there. Usually they change color, right? They turn into a rainbow or something. Fuji Kiseki. Kiseki is kind of a funny word because I'm of a Korean descent, and in Korean, Kiseki kind of sounds like Keseki, which means like it's like a curse word. it's like son of a bitch, but like much worse. I don't know. I think I'm okay. I think I can say son of a bitch on YouTube. I think. Yeah, I think I can. I mean, people say fucking stuff all the time, so. Alright, so not great. This was really a bad pull too, actually. Unless I'm missing something. Unless I know someone knows something I don't. The book had like rainbow coloring on the front, on the cover. Does that mean anything? Is it always just that way? Oh, there we go. There's our first one, I think. Who's that? Kawakami Princess? I don't know if I have that. I don't think I have that. Helios. I mean, we're gonna have a nice selection of support cards to work with now. It should make our runs a lot easier and a lot better. That was a decent pull. We're at 102, we got 10 more. Yeah, that one was just gold on the front, on the cover of the book, before it opened. Oh, okay, so that means that if it's rainbow colored, that means there's gonna be an SSR card in there. So this pull is probably not gonna be very good because it just had the gold and we have that one gold there. Wow, single gold. I didn't see what the cover was. I like clicked through it. I think it was just gold. I think I would have noticed the rainbow. Agnes Tachyon, I think that's a pretty good card. I think we're getting a lot of duplicates here, which is good because we can uncap stuff. Yeah, it definitely was gold. Alright, keep going. Gold. Another Agnes Tachyon SR. I think there's an SSR version of Agnes Tachyon too, right? Pretty sure. Okay, we're at 132, so 7 more. Gold. I don't think we're really pulling anything like mind-blowing yet. We got the what was it? Kawakami Princess, I think. One SSR pull. This one's gold too. I think that one's pretty good. We have this one already. We've been using that one. There's the Kiseki again. Don't have that one either. My show Doto. How many of these are there total? I wonder. I've never seen a list. Like when you go in the support card like list thingy, it doesn't tell you like which ones you don't have. So I don't even know how many of these there are. I'm sure it's online somewhere. I could just look it up, Google it, right? It'll tell me. But okay. We're at 162, 4 more. Man, that's a really bad luck to only get one SSR out of all those pulls that we've done. That was a lot. Oh, it turned into rainbow. Who's this? Yukino Beijing. I don't know how good that one is. I would probably prefer like a Super Creek, so we don't have to keep borrowing one. I don't know that Kita-san Black is like, I mean it's good, but I don't know that it's like, oh my god, you know? I think it's just because it was new that people liked it. I did watch some YouTube video. Somebody made a video about how certain just regular SR cards are better than SSR cards sometimes. It just depends on like, I guess, what you're trying to do. So, I mean, for example, I really like that Mayano Top Gun SR card. I think that one's really good. I wonder why they've even put these regular art cards in the game. I know it's like a gacha thing where, you know, it's like when you buy like Pokemon cards or something, or baseball cards or whatever, like you're gonna have like some of the some of the shit. you gotta like pad. You can't just give everybody like, you know, the Shaquille O'Neal rookie card or whatever. I think this is our last pull here because we're at 192. But I don't know that these regular art cards would ever get used. You know what I mean? Like you would never, maybe in the very beginning of the game, like, you know, when I didn't buy anything and I just started off with the stock set that they give you out of the box. Yeah, I use those, but once, you know, once you do some pulls, wow, we only got two, I think, two SSRs. All right, well, now I gotta choose which one of these things I want. What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh, the art cards. So I don't even know if there's a use for those, honestly. Like, why would they give those to you? Maybe there's probably like some sort of reward if you like uncap all of them. You know what I mean? There's probably like, you probably get like some kind of carrots or something, or, you know, some sort of reward for, you know, unlocking stuff. All right, so let me pull up. Whoa, sorry about that. Let me see if I can get this on the screen here. Okay. There is a guide here. I think, hang on one second. Let me pull something up here so we can decide which one of those cards we want. Here we go. So there's a tool here online. Let me transition back here. All right, can you guys see that? Yeah, I think you guys can see that. Okay. Let me bookmark this. So basically you can kind of compare and contrast support cards. So I think the one they're giving us is Kawakami Princess, which I think we got in the poll, right? Oh, we already own this. So it makes sense to just get this one then, the one we don't have. I guess I can uncap it if I get the other one. Kishi Akebono. So let's just run it in this thing. Oh crap, they don't have the names on here. I don't, which one, what do they look like? I guess I have to look at what they look like. She's like wearing a pink and she's got some orange crap next to her face, okay. Wearing pink with orange crap next to her face. She was a guts card, right? Can I, yeah, here we go. I can do that. Is it this one? Did they crop out the orange crap? I can't tell. I mean, this is the one that looks the closest to it. Yeah, that's right. And the other one was Kawakami Princess, right? And she was a speed card. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Yeah, it is that one. Alright, so comparing these, this is a Guts card. Guts could be fun for like a fun video that I've planned. I don't know how many Guts cards I actually have right now. Probably not that many. I might have a lot more now though, actually, since I pulled a bunch. Let's just look at the list of, let's go by specialty. Yeah, all right, Guts. We've got one SSR Guts, I think, right? Am I missing something? No, they're all SRs or Rs, I think. Yeah, I only have Ines Fujin as a SSR and Guts. So, and then what was the other one? The one that I got? Kawakami Princess, right? Whoa, why did I do that? Where the hell? Where's the Kawakami princess in here? I gotta go through and uncap all of these. I'm not gonna do that on the stream because it's just gonna eat way too much time. I can't even see because of the stupid horseshoes are in the way. There's a lot of these ones I can uncap. Is this one? Yeah, I think it's this one. I can't uncap this one. So if I get the free one, I can uncap this to level 35. Do you get anything nice at 35? Increased power gain when training together. I mean, that's decent. That's pretty good. You get extra stats when you train with her as a speed card. That could be good to unlock. And then let's go back to the thing here. She has a greater mood effect, but I don't really care about that, honestly. Guts bonus to train. She has a training bonus as well. Training effectiveness is 5%. Oh, that's pretty good. Call Princess doesn't have a training effectiveness. Although 5% is really not that much. Oh wow, you get an initial speed for 45 points? Is that must be like the when you unlock it all the way, right? It's gotta be. You don't just get that, do you? Really? Oh, maybe you do right here. I'm sure you don't get the full 45 at, you know, like a lower level though. You have to max out the level to get it. Oh, she doesn't have an initial friendship gauge until level 45. Okay, that's good to know, I guess. She gives a race bonus, fan bonus, hint levels 4 and 60. That's pretty good. And specialty priorities of 40. So I'm not sure that this card's all that great. The Hishi Akabono, the guts card, it doesn't seem that great. It's not really, it's giving a lot of hints, I guess. Are the hints any good? Let's maybe take a look at that. Let's look at the skills on this one. Yeah, pretty weak sauce on the tips here. Why am I looking at this? Let's go back to this guy. And then this one, the skill Sunny Days, Final Push. Is it a front running? It's a sprinting and front running card. I mean, I guess this would be good for someone like Haru or Sakura Bakushino. You know, basically any sprinter. I did want to do a Daiwa Scarlet, a guts only training. Pounding the guts. I don't know. Probably don't remember. But I don't know that it's worth it, honestly. I think maybe uncapping Kawakami Princess to 35 is probably a better deal. So let's go ahead and just do that. I mean, I guess I could wait it out to see what the next group of free cards are in 5 days. Because it might take me a while to save up 30,000 points again, or 30,000 carats again. I'm just gonna take it, whatever, because I know these convert. I don't know how long they sit there for, maybe like a week or something before they convert into the other thing, and I might forget about it. I don't know. I'm just not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna do it. Okay. Cool. All right, now let's go ahead, and we're pretty much right on time to start a career now. Since I started early, we've got 30 minutes of nonsense. Oh, nice. Carrots. More carrots. On the road back to 30,000. Alright, cool. So we're gonna do the career. We're gonna do gold chip. And then we're gonna use the vodka that I made today. Right, with the... She has the 3 stamina, 5 speed. Nice. And then I think yesterday we were trying to use Majuro McQueen, but we ended up using Biwa. I mean, which wasn't like the worst thing in the world, but yeah, Majuro McQueen has a better affinity here. You can see. I mean, yesterday I remember it being double circle also because I was pointing that out, but today it's only a regular circle. So I don't know, man. But we're gonna do this for the affinity mostly, and the stats are like not the best stats we could get, but I mean, getting more in stamina is good for gold chip. So let's go ahead and do that. Next. Then these were the cards I was farming with. So I don't want to mess around with this too much right now. I'll adjust it later, but these are like the deck that I know works, right, for farming. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy that, and then I'm gonna paste that here. Can I not paste it here? How do I paste it here? Copy. Oh, I gotta click on here. Okay, copy here. Okay, cool. So we're gonna mess around with this one. I think Super Creek is still a good call. Do we have one that's higher level than 40? I guess not. I had a Super Creek in here, like I had 3 of them, I think. And now there's only 1. I don't know what happened. Well, whatever. Maybe they changed the card that they were sharing. Some of the people I was following. So we have Super Creek in there. We've got 3 power cards. Maybe this was sort of working really well for me in the farming. I didn't really have any trouble getting any of these up. Let's see, we did get a Kawakami Princess. Oh, you know what? I need to look at what support cards we actually have now, because we got a ton. So this card, Majuro McQueen, I don't know that this, we didn't pull this, right? I think this dropped from a story, one of the story episodes. So when you watch the storyline, the main storyline, I believe this card drops in the main storyline. Because the story is like the school, Tracing Academy, I guess is what it's called, that all these girls are studying at, and you're a trainer there, and like the program, the running program or something is being shut down or something, or no, the head trainer retired or something, and you're like his like apprentice or whatever. You're learning how to train from him, but he retires. So you end up kind of taking over, but then they lose all their funding or something. I don't know. It's complicated, but basically the running program's gonna die, and then Majuro McQueen is like the only one who wants to be like in the program still or some shit. I don't remember everything because I wasn't really paying attention like that. But she becomes your like only horse basically in your stable, and then she ends up running, and it like inspires other people to start joining because she wins a couple races or something. And so the program starts growing from there, and then they reinstate it because they got the funding or some shit. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, Majuro McQueen turns into the team ace, so she's like the best runner on the team. And so I think this card drops for you during the story mode. So the story mode actually is worth looking at. I don't remember which episode exactly it is, but you can just skip them. Like you don't have to watch them all. You could just like play it, and then once you're in it, just skip out of it, right? And you get I was doing that to get the carrots, but I think this card dropped at the same time. Anyway, that's enough about that. What is this? Did we pick this up? Oh, Yukino Bijing, okay. So we got a wit card now. So we could probably run the Japanese strat now, the 3 speed and 3 wit. I was thinking about that, and I think that strategy would work really well for a sprinter. Because sprinters don't need stamina. And is this the new one? Is this Kawakami Princess? Oh, it's a speed card. Okay, cool. We should probably uncap this. Oops. Oh, you know what? I want to compare the Turbo Girl So these seem pretty much the same, except you get an initial speed boost. So I think running her would be better. I guess I could run both. Let's see what else we got though. She has some episode whatever. What is this? It's something connected to the event that's going on, right? Something like that. Whatever. Looks like there's something going on there. And then so those are the only SSR cards we got. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, give me a second. My thing's messing up again. Is it back? Oh, I think it's back. Oh, okay. Alright. I don't think we're gonna mess around with the SR cards right now. We're just gonna go with what we know works. And I'll look through these later. It would take way too long for me to like look through each card individually and all that stuff. So for now, we have a deck that works. We swapped out the twin turbo card. I wonder if it's worth it to swap out one of these power cards for something else. I don't know. What do you think? Nobody, no one's saying anything though. There's only, I think, one other person here, so I guess I just have to decide for myself. I think I guess the thing to do here would to just be to try it, right, and then see what tweaks we need to make. I think that is the way to do this. Like small tweaks. Now we have a working deck, right? We know that it works. And then you make small tweaks from there, right? So let me go ahead and uncap and level this guy up. Uncap. Because we're going to be using it here. So we want to get the most out of it that we can. And then level up. And select. So what are we getting here at? Is it worth it to just unlock it all the way to 35? I think it does kind of make sense too, right? Because you get the power bonus on the training. Whenever you train this, whenever she's in the whatever, you get also a power, like 1 point or something in power. Let's see what it unlocks. So if we max it out, 26% friendship, that's pretty good. That's decent. 21 initial speed, pretty good. Power bonus 1. So do I want to spend that? I mean, I have a shit ton of money. Have over 1 million coins and whatever decent cards, silver cards, whatever they are. Yeah, I mean, every stat point, you know, will help, right? Better than none. So I think I'm just gonna max this one out. Princess Bride? Oh, okay. Cool. Alright, did that. Okay, so we're gonna run with this and see how this does. And I think this is helpful because it has some kind of bonus attached to it. So, I don't know. Go ahead and start the career. I think we're looking good here, right? We got the correct parent today. We got a better parent on our side. Instead of guts, we got stamina. So I think we're looking pretty solid here, as long as we don't get a really terrible RNG run. I don't think that initial inspiration was that great, but you know, is it just like 1-to-1? I think it might just be a 1-to-1 ratio. And what I mean by that is the the stats that it says that you'll get is what you get. You don't get like any bonuses or anything. Oh, nice. This is nice. I wish it did this more during my runs. Yeah, I guess. I'm just farming friendship. You know? I'm not misclicking today, or I'm gonna try not to. I wonder, because this is the director, I would rather have more support cards stacked up than the director. I wonder if it's worth it to do a recreation here to get her mood up, and maybe also get a little bit of energy back. Oh, she went karaoke. Okay, so that's 0 energy, but your mood goes up like a bunch. I don't know. These are new. Strength, wit. That's what it looks like. Strength, wit, strength, wit. Strength. Oh no, we got energy from that. What the hell? What was that? You got energy and power. Oh, okay. Alright, well, that's good. I like that. Yes, 3 of them. Nice. Just double checking. I don't know. Oh, should have picked the other one. Now I know. Don't pick that one. Pick the other one. Ooh. I feel like I want to take this one, even though the failure rate is pretty high. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't risk it. Do a clean run here. That is very tempting though. We didn't even get that much energy back. Yeah, because it's not often we get 3 of them stacked like that with a hint. Oh well. Playing it safe here a little bit. Because that was under my threshold of 33%. Usually I'll go for it if it's anything under 33. Because you have a 2-to-1 shot, right? Technically. But gambling does, is it better to just rest here? It might be. Gambling doesn't pay. I don't know if we have enough speed. I don't think we trained it that much, that run. Let's look at what we got here. Well, these are all different. Not what I'm used to seeing. Legacy of the Strong. Slightly increased velocity when pressured by another runner. Running out of energy toward the front. I don't know what that means. That's a lot of words. I mean, we can't really afford anything anyway. So we're just gonna do it, and then we're gonna front runner. Think she'll be okay? I mean, she's not that fast though. We didn't train speed at all. Oh, she's an F. Usually she was a G yesterday. Someone in her parent tree must have a front running skill. All right, well, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, number 1. All right, give me a chance to eat here. Looking pretty strong so far. She's got a lot of stamina, so I'm just a little bit worried about the speed stat, but I think she should be fine. Yep, easy. I gotta get my helmet on before she kicks me in the face. Oh, she didn't kick me in the face this time. What is that pose? It's such a weird... Is it like what is it? Who did it? Someone did this. What was this? This was like a dance or something back in the 2000s. I don't know. That's kind of weird. It's a weird... I don't know where she got that. There must be a story behind that. I actually watched her story, and it wasn't that interesting. Goldchip's story was kind of meh. It was like she wanted to race or something, right? Because how it works is I think this one is for the energies. No, you just got a hint. Okay. Wow, they're all stacking up in power this run, huh? Yeah, well, you know. Anyway, the way that the school works is that I guess when they, I don't know like what grades actually they are. It sort of feels like high school in a way, because it seems like there's like lower grades as well. Like it's not just yeah, I'm not exactly sure honestly, because I watched Haru Urara's story, and she's like, I think she's like super young. She's like not, she might be a teenager by that time. I'm not sure, or are they all the same? I'm not, basically I'm not sure how the world works, honestly. Because it's not like super clear. I don't know if I should do this. 24% failure. I mean, 3 stacked in speed though. I do need the speed. If I fail to I mean, I guess it wasn't so bad. Oh man, she's in a bad mood though. Damn it. I wanted to make this run a decent run though. Look at these piddly little numbers. 1 plus 1. I mean, I guess this is a plus 10. I mean, I think I don't really have a choice here. I need to do this. At least get her to normal. What's this one? Is this good? Stamina. Yeah, so anyway. So she is in the school, and then she's kind of like she's kind of like on her own. She kind of has a weird personality, so you know, obviously if you played the game, like, you know, she's kind of I don't know, kind of a goofball, I guess is the best way to put it. And so the school, you can only run in races apparently if you're being trained, right? Not that you have to have a trainer necessarily, but you need to be. They have staff, I guess, like training staff that who aren't coaches. They're just like there. It's like the classes are on like how to run and stuff. I don't know. And so you have to be enrolled in those or doing those actively to be able to race. And I guess she doesn't like doing it for whatever reason. She just doesn't like doing the practices with the people, the staff. And so she finds you as a trainer, right? Like if you're the, she's like talking to you and stuff, and she comes and talks to you, and she tricks you into training her so that she can say that, oh, I am training. What do you mean I'm not training? You know what I mean? Like I'm training because I have a trainer, basically, right? Without actually doing any of the training. It looks like she's training because she has a trainer. And so she tricks you into being her trainer just so that she can race, right? And then I don't remember what happens after that. She races, I think, something. Yeah, she races a little bit, and then something, and then yeah, it wasn't that interesting. I was kind of like, okay, whatever, yeah. I thought she would have a better backstory, but meh, it wasn't all that great. I think the best one was so when you watch the main story, it starts you with Mijiro McQueen, but then once you kind of go along that that storyline, I don't know if there's anything here that I really want. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just go do it. I think we're looking okay here. I wish we had more speed, obviously. This should be around 300, but whatever. So when you start going to the Majuro McQueen stuff, eventually your second, the person she inspires, I think is Rice Shower. And Rice Shower has a really good storyline. Like she wins, but people hate her and stuff, and so she's like an underdog. And I don't want to spoil it. Like I mean, it's whatever, you know. But basically, her story is pretty good. And then I thought Haru Urara's story is pretty good because I mean her real life story is really good, right? Because she lost like 100 races in a row or something, like 113 or something like that, something crazy where she just lost race after race after race. She just never won. I don't think she won a race in her career at all. Yeah, I think she won one. I think after she was retired, like in like a fun, you know, a fun race or whatever, like one that didn't really count. But otherwise, she lost every race she ever ran. So her story in the game is kind of like that, like where she's losing all the time, but she's like so happy, and she just wants to do well, and she's just like, okay, I lost this time, but next time I'm gonna win. You know what I mean? And she just has this like unshakable resolve that she's gonna win. It's a good story. It's I can relate to that. You know what I mean? Because I lose a lot. I lost many times. Not just in this game, which I do a lot also, but in life, right? I've lost a lot. But you know, what are you gonna do? You boohoo cry. I did that before too. I did boohoo cry, and you know, oh, your life sucks and all that, whatever. But that doesn't help you, right? You gotta just be like, all right, cool, whatever. Dust yourself off, get up, and go out there and do it again. You know, whatever. It doesn't matter. No one's gonna feel sorry for you. Oh man, we lost. You know what I mean? Like you just have to go and do it. And the best way to do it is with a positive attitude, right? Like if you're all negative and shit all the time, then you're not gonna pull yourself out of that, right? So the Haru Urara attitude that she has is like the best attitude, at least in my point of view, right? For me, I guess, not for everybody, I guess, but for me it is. So I thought those two stories were probably the best ones. Rice Shower and Haru Urara. I didn't watch all of them because some of them you have to unlock. Like you have to have the character to be able to watch them. I think for this event right now that's going on, you can watch Air Groove. You can watch her story. which I watched a little bit of just because I needed the final like 30 carats or something, or 60 carats or something. So I watched like 2 episodes of that, and then I stopped watching it. Um, and then the other one is Mayano Top Gun. I think is the one that's available right now to watch. Oops. Oh, that was almost a misclick. I think I need to rest here. Yeah, I don't want to misclick here. Unless there's something like crazy going on. There isn't, so... Yeah, and I wasn't able to watch all of Mayano Top Gun's storyline because I don't own her, right? But I've played her on my personal account, Mayano Top Gun, and she's really good. She like wins like 95% of the races I throw her into, I would say. She wins like every time, pretty much. She just doesn't lose. And so I was kind of interested in her story because I was like, you know, she's really good as a horse. So I wonder what her story's like. So I watched it because I needed the carrots too. So I had to, but I didn't watch the final episodes. I think that needs to be unlocked somehow. I think you have to own her or something. I don't remember. You need like friendship levels or some shit like that. I don't remember exactly. Because like I said, I wasn't like, you know, I was interested, but I wasn't like that interested. I was just kind of like, okay, cool, whatever. I think finishing off the friendships here is more important than anything. We do need more speed though. This is not good that we're not getting speed trainings. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I think I'll take this. We failed the 24 before. Yes, no fail this time. We needed that one. Only a white inspiration. I got a gold one on somebody today, I think. Or was that yesterday? I don't remember. Oh, I think it was yesterday. We got a gold one with her, actually. Did we get any new skills here? Corner recovery. I guess we do need something, right? Because we lost last time. What is this again? Slightly increased velocity when pressured by another runner and running out of energy towards the front on the final corner or later. Wow, that's a lot of words, bro. I'll just get that one. But yeah, I guess Mayano Top Gun is like she's like a savant. She's like autistic or something, and like racing, it just comes naturally to her. So she's like a genius or something. So that one kind of ended on a cliffhanger, which I thought was kind of interesting because you kind of want to like, you know, learn like how she, I don't know, like how deep does her genius go or whatever, I don't know. But she just sort of like understands on like an intuitive level like when to use her skills and when to like run faster and when to run slower, all this stuff. I mean, none of that matters on the character that I made. The Mayano Top Gun that I made is just a front runner and she's just all speed, right? She's basically Sakura Bakushino, but in Mayano Top Gun's body. But she does win a lot, more than Sakura Bakushino does. So I think that's kind of interesting. So that story was kind of interesting. Basically, it was the point of me saying that, because it was still like kind of a mystery when the episodes ended, and then I think there was like one that was locked still that I couldn't open for whatever reason, or maybe I did watch them all. I don't remember actually, honestly. I watched a bunch of them today. I watched all of the characters I own, which is the stock ones, right? So I watched Haru's, I watched Sakura Bakushino's. Her story was really kind of lame too, and then I watched Daiwa Scarlet's and Vodka's. I thought their stories would be more like have more like common points or whatever, but they did kind of in the beginning, but then not really after that. So I was kind of surprised by that. Um, and then Gold Chip. So I don't know how worth it is to watch the individual Uma videos, right, episodes or whatever. But watching the main one, the main storyline, is definitely worth it because they gave me that Majiro McQueen SSR card, and I think a Majiro Dober card dropped too. It was a WIT card, and they dropped like 3 of those. So you get like 3 Majiro Dober cards from watching the main storyline. So I think that's worth doing. Oh, shake me in the face. I would never have known that if I didn't need the carrots to buy these support cards though. Because I would never have watched those. You know, I don't care. I'm not playing this game for the story, you know. I think a lot of the story is lame anyway. But these little situations that you see when you're playing the game where they're like talking to each other and all these little, they have to make choices and whatever, those are all kind of in the storyline, which I thought was like an interesting, you know, they did a good job of like connecting this stuff together. So like this conversation that she has right now with this is Majiro McQueen, right? I think something like this happens in the main storyline. This one? No, that wasn't that great. Oh, nice. So I guess if you got really into this game, I guess there's a lot of content here to consume. I know they have an anime as well, apparently. So if you really want to get into it, you could watch the anime too, I guess. Man, I'm just not getting speed trainings though. I need those speed trainings. Trying to be careful here not to misclick like I was doing yesterday. There we go. We got some speed trainings there. I want to finish off that friendship with what's her face? Kawakami, whatever. Ooh, that's a good one. We're gonna go into summer with no energy, but that might be worth it. Because there were so many of them there. Okay, now we get a speed training. I think everyone's all maxed out on the friendship. Not maxed out, but you know, at the level where we'll can I talk? Where they will give us bonuses. So now we just need them. Wow, everyone's on vacation. Oh, there they all are. Yes, that's what I need. I need you to be there more. This is power? Yeah. I think the other one is guts. Oh, this one would be great, but 25%? Yes. I think we need to just rest here. Don't really have a choice. Yeah. Nice. I like that. Or is there anything else that's no. Okay. Okay, we're looking pretty good now. think we're looking decent. Oh yes, one more? I think one more, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. We caught up. Did some nice catch up there. Alright. We got this swinging maestro now available. So I think I'm gonna start moving towards that. That's one of the better skills in this game. And then these are actually pretty good too. The standard distance applies for a lot of stuff. Maybe oops, I didn't want to do that. Maybe we'll kind of see how it goes, and if she needs it I'll buy it the next time. Because we're still kind of in the earlier, she doesn't need to place yet as much. So yeah. The one thing I did like about Sakura Bakushino's story, when you watch that, is they basically tell you how to train her. In the story it says just nothing but speed. That's what she wants. She just wants to train speed like all the time. And nothing else. So the story actually tells you what to do for her character. It's kind of funny. Because I think literally you can just spam speed her entire career and win. So I'm not sure, did we try that? I don't think I had any speed cards at the time. I had like the crappy R ones. But if we had, you know, if now I could probably run her career and do nothing but speed on her, and you know, it would win. And you would get, you know, the other stats up a little bit here and there just from having to do friendship trainings and, you know, whatever to get the friendships up and stuff. This isn't looking very good, by the way. Okay, she regained the lead. I don't know what she was doing there. Why she fell back a little bit. So relatively easy so far. Having better support cards just makes all the difference, man. All the difference. So it's not necessarily even about skill, right? Like, it's not even about like how good you are as a player. Like, that's nonsense. It's about luck, about how the rolls turn out, and then, you know, stuff like stacking and stuff. Like, if you get enough of your support cards to stack in one area, and your support cards and the level of your support cards. That's all this game is, honestly. Any idiot can play this. You could give it to a 5-year-old, as long as they understand what they're supposed to do. They're gonna create great horses. Like, you know, like I don't know. I don't know that there's like a skill component to this, honestly. Even if you, I guess your decision making, you know, sort of matters a little bit, but a lot of that is driven by the game, right? Like you're not really deciding. I mean, you could decide to just spam speed or whatever, even though it's not optimal. But for the most part, you're looking for the most amount of, you know what I mean? Like this is influencing my decision. I wouldn't train with it normally, but because there was a hint there and there's 2 of my Umas there, okay, you know, I'll take it, whatever, you know, like, because, you know, I do kind of need wit a little bit, but like, it doesn't really matter, right? So, should have just finished this? I think I should just finish this. I think we might be lagging on speed a little bit again. But yeah, this game is really not that hard from a skills perspective. It's an aquarium game. You know, build the aquarium, you put the fish in it, and then you watch them swim. It takes no skill to do that. It's just an understanding of the game and how it's supposed to be played, right? Like what actually matters. Like I said, when I first started playing this game, I just did a bunch of regular pulls on the horses, and I got like 20 of them, but I haven't even played them all. Even now, I haven't played them. I mean, I don't play it that much anymore because I play this every night, so I kind of get my fix just from playing on stream once a day or whatever, right? But even if I did it on my personal account, I probably still wouldn't have played all 20 of the horses that I pulled or whatever, you know. And I only did that because I was like, oh cool, you know, let's pull some horses, whatever, it's part of the game. But it just got really overwhelming really fast. And the way doing this is so much more organized, and it's very methodical, right? Like you're doing one at a time. You only have 5, so it's easy to keep track of. And then, you know, they give you a couple free ones, you know, so then you can unlock those and play those. Or if not, if you don't want to, you could just go back around to the beginning and play through the ones that you already have again with better parents, right? Now that especially with the vodka that I created with the 3 stamina and 5 power, it's pretty good. That's a decent parent. So then, you know, you go back around and, you know, play through those again and get those to a decent level, right? And then you can unlock a set of horses, right, to play. And then by then you're like looking at affinities and stuff, so you're actually hoping to get someone, unless you have a waifu or whatever, these weirdos, you know what I mean? Like I don't, like these are based on real horses, so your waifu is like a horse. Like I don't know, that just seems, something about that doesn't seem right. Like, are they gooning to these? Like, are they, you know, are they thinking about these things in that, you know, in that way? I mean, these most of these horses are male too. The only female horses I think was Haru Urara was the only female horse, like in real life, right? These anime girls are based on male horses. So if you're gooning to these anime representations of male horses, you're like gooning to a male. I don't really understand how that works. I don't think I want to understand. I don't know how you feel attraction for something that's based on real life. It's like, I don't know, like I would feel weird if let's say I was like a professional athlete and they made a game and they based one of the characters on me, but it was a anime girl, but it's based on me, and some kid out there is like the anime girl that represents me is his waifu and he's gooning to it. I would be very disturbed. I mean, you know, it's bad enough that it's like human to human, right? But this is like human to horse. Like that's even on another level. like disturbing, right? Like I don't. Oh, I should have picked the first one. I thought maybe the second one was the energy one. Oh well, whatever. Oh, nice. I like that. That's what we need. But that's just weird, you know? Like, why are you first of all, why are you gooning to a cartoon? Is that a good one? I think that's a good one. The hot ticket or whatever that was. So already that's, I mean, I've had my share of tentacles and, you know, weird, you know, cartoon like weirdness in my life, right? So I'm not like judging. I understand it actually, right? But then, you know, after a certain point, I mean those weren't real either, but they weren't based on like male. I don't know. I don't even know how to talk about it because it's so weird. It's just a weird concept to me that they're doing that. That's, you know, I don't want that from, I don't want them doing that. I mean, you know, it's their life. I don't really care, but at the same time, you know, it's I just don't understand it. Nice. Yeah, whatever. Oh wow, 60 skill points, that's a lot. I think we have to take the double rainbow. Oh, we were out of energy. I wasn't keeping track of that. Good thing we didn't fail. Maybe we didn't need to run so many stamina cards, actually, because of the parents had a lot of stamina. We're already there, honestly. I mean, on Gold Ship, getting around like 850 stamina is actually pretty good. That's like a good level. Oh wow, we didn't get any energy back at all. That training restriction might not matter. I don't remember if we won or not last race. I think we did, but barely. That's a slightly for 160. So expensive. Is this race a standard or non-standard? Maybe getting her both could be good. It's a standard, right? This is increments of 400 meters. So we'll just give her that then, because it is cheap. Might as well give her both. 2 levels of that, nice. That should sort of cement our victory, I think. Pretty sure. Our speed might be lagging a little bit. Should probably be at around 600 already, but I think it'll be fine. But yeah, her stamina, I mean, it should be 1200, right? Honestly, it should be maxed out. You should have 1200 everything in every stat. But I think for a decent gold ship, one that does decently in PvP, 850 is kind of the number to shoot for. And if you can get it higher than that, you know, even better. And meanwhile, the speed should also be, you know, like 1000 or whatever. So it's not easy to get. You need like level 45, 50 SSR cards to do that. So, you know, don't beat yourself up if you can't get there, because obviously I've proven, right, with better cards you get better horses, and if you don't have the best cards, then you know you're not gonna make the best horses, obviously. But I don't know that we're gonna shoot for that. I think this run's already better than the one yesterday. We're already at 500 or whatever. We already hit 600 on stamina, and we're not even. I think we're only like halfway through our career at this point, and we were struggling to, you know, we were barely getting there towards the end of our career yesterday. So we're already like ahead, and it's gonna make farming so much easier now, because you don't even have to. I think that's what that rice shower was. That I was looking at in a couple streams ago. I think if you didn't watch it, I pulled a rice shower as a legacy parent, a guest parent or whatever, and like her stats were really terrible, but she was like a 3-star speed or something. So I was like, how is she so terrible stat wise? And they probably just ended her career as soon as they got 600 in speed. You know what I mean? As long as they got the stat threshold, because then they can run it real fast. If you don't have to finish the entire career, you can run one in like 20 minutes or something, probably, right? So that's probably what they did, and that's why the stats were so low on that one. They were just farming Red Shower for speed sparks. I think me personally, I like running the entire career all the way through, even if they go to the URA finale and stuff. Just because then you can farm, like if you end your career early, then, you know, cool, you save some time, but then you lose or what do you call it, the points, right, or whatever, the points that you need to, you know, the 30 points or whatever that you spend to start a career. So you just lose those points for nothing. For me, it makes sense, even though it takes a little bit more time, because I'm not playing like all day. So, you know, to just finish the career out so you can farm. Like after every race, I learned that I noticed that they give you shoes and stuff, and I think I mentioned this yesterday. But then, you know, so if you end your career early, you're not getting those rewards that you would get. We'll see the rewards here, right? She like killed everybody. How many lengths is that? That's quite a bit. You kicked me in the face. So I think the rewards show up here now after this screen. Yeah, right here. You're getting shoes and these sashes that you can't really buy anywhere, right? You can buy them for, I think, like friendship points or something. We were looking at that yesterday, right? Or a couple days ago, I don't remember when. But we were looking at like where you can buy these, and they're just giving them to you for free here, right? For just for winning. So you know, yeah, you could farm your character just for sparks, but then you're missing out on all this stuff, these rewards. I mean, it's not that many, it's only 2. But every race you get some, right? So you could farm like 10 of them. You know what I mean? I don't know, it just seems more, it feels like you're wasting. I mean, you save time, but you're wasting resources in a way, because you can't get these resources any other way. I mean, it's really hard. I mean, you can, but it's really hard to get, right? Shoes you can get pretty easily, but because you can just buy these for the most part. But these you can't really get. So why wouldn't you play the whole career through, you know, to get more of those? It's an extra 10, 15 minutes, whatever, you know? I think people get like too fixated instead of just enjoying the game, because this game I don't think is meant to be grinded like that, right? I mean, you can grind it if you want to. Should we just kind of secure the power? I think we should. I just need speed now, pretty much. Yeah, let's just get power to where it needs to be. Oh, maybe if I just train speed, the power would go up too, though, huh? So maybe I did that wrong. We can only train speed here. Well, should I rest? It's not really a rainbow training. The stats aren't that great. I think we're gonna rest instead and hope for a rainbow. No, why? Why? Ah, I shouldn't have rested. Of course, we get double rainbow now on power. I don't know, man. That's even worse than it was. Alright, whatever. Okay, what is this race? 22, that's a non-standard, right? I would like to give her the non-standard one as well. Because then she'll be covered for every kind of race, pretty much. Automatically. Yeah, every race she'll have an advantage, so we'll get the next one here soon. Hopefully she wins this. It's a medium, so yeah, her speed is really sort of lagging behind again. I think maybe running one less stamina with the parents that we used. One less stamina and one extra speed card. I think that's the tweak we need to make. I mean, if we use different parents, right, then it'd be a different story. But for the parents that we use for this run, yeah, switch a stamina out for a speed card. What was I talking about before? I was saying something about something before, and then I got sidetracked. I don't remember now. Oh well, it's probably not that important. I mean, I guess I sort of understand the gooning. They did make these very bouncy here. He's bouncing up and down. They didn't need to do that, you know what I mean? But they know what sells. And what's her face? Super Creek is really bad at that. Super Creek, she like shoves them in your face every time you win and stuff. She like bends over and like you know, it's very suggestive. I don't think that's appropriate. It's not inappropriate. I mean, I like it, but I don't think it's appropriate. It's meant to be played by like 8-year-olds. It's too young. Not that I, you know, wasn't looking at that kind of stuff at 8. We shouldn't be encouraged. You know what I mean? In a game, you're gooning to a horse. That horse exists in real life. You know what I mean? That's gross. Why are you gooning to a horse? That's like borderline bestiality. The only thing preventing it from being bestiality is that you're not physically there. You know? It's a violation of it's a violation. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think, yeah, let's do that. Does she still have that night owl stuff going on? Oh, double rainbow again. 44. Woo! 44. I like the sounds of 44, even though we don't really need it. I don't know. Does she still have that night owl thing going on? I think she does. Oh my god, she still has that night owl thing going on. Okay, well, oh, this was, oh man, that's what I've been waiting for. I mean, it'd be better if more of them were rainbows, right? But 3 and 1, 23. Should I risk it? Oh no, man. Yes. She's like completely out of her game. I need to get rid of this stupid night owl thing. Did it go away? Yes. Okay. I mean, that doesn't really help because we have no energy again. Oh, we got it again. Yeah. Yeah. It's too bad. It's a standard race, so I don't need to buy that non-standard skill yet. Are we too broke for anything anyway? Sort of. This debuff, that might be okay. It's only 10% off though. I think we're just gonna go for it. It's a medium race, should be fine. She needs more speed though. She should be around, I want to say like 700 now at this point. So we're lagging behind pretty hard there, but yeah. You know, I wonder what the average age of the people who play this game are. There's probably a lot of middle-aged men like me playing this game, you know what I mean? Like in their 30s or something. That's pretty cringe that they have anime waifus at 30. You're 30 years old, bro. Like, what have you done with your life that you have an anime waifu? That's so weird. Like, go out and touch some grass, bro. Like, you've been playing computer games way too much, and then when phones came out, like when you went outside, like you would play your computer inside your house, right? And then you would go outside your house and then you would play games on your phone. You know what I mean? So no matter what, you were playing games on something. So I don't know, that's just weird. Like what happened to you? You know what I mean? Like, it's just a game. It's not that important. They're cartoons. They're you can draw it if you wanted to. You can draw your own waifu if you wanted to. You don't need to attach to something that's not real. You know, at least if it's from your own imagination and you drew it yourself, it's like you created your own waifu. Like, I can respect that. You know what I mean? But this bitch is kicking you in the face, and you wanna like, you know, like have emotions and sensations that you shouldn't be having with, or I shouldn't say shouldn't, right? But like, you know, you probably, that's not healthy. I think I'm talking too much about this, honestly. I just don't understand it. I think that's really what it is more than anything. Like I wanna figure out things I don't understand. Oh, this would have been great if they were all friendships. Look at that. Unfortunately, it's even less. It's only 21. I think we hit 600 though. That's good enough for our farm. Yes, we did. We hit it. So yeah, easy street. We don't have to worry about what happens now. Oh, we got Night Owl again? What the hell? Let's check the thing. 2,500? That's non-standard, so let's go ahead and buy that other one. This thingy. Alright. Front running gold ship. I don't think we've changed her back once. We front ran her entire career. But yeah, I guess I just tend to fixate on things I don't understand because I want to understand them. On some level I do understand, but on another level I don't. Because maybe there's like a mental, I don't want to call it like a phase, but there's like a time in your life where that's appealing, maybe. And maybe it doesn't have anything to do with maturity or anything. It's just like a novelty that your brain hasn't experienced before. You know what I mean? And so it's different, it's new. You know what I mean? And so I want to say that, you know, that would make it more acceptable to me in a way, but I mean, I still don't understand it. Maybe I should talk to someone. I should ask them, hey man, you know, do you have a waifu? And if you do have a waifu, like, why did you pick that waifu? And like I don't really want to know, but what does that mean? You know, like what do you do? What do you use it for? Like how does it like affect your life? Or no? Yeah, maybe. Like how do you, I don't even know how to talk around that. You know what I mean? Like you just, I guess you could just ask them straight up, you know, like do you know, jerk off to it or whatever? Like, are you aware that it's based on a real horse? Like a male horse? Gold ship is a male horse. I'm not even paying attention anymore. Did we win? I think we won. Alright. So we hit our farming goals. Now we want to try to make this the best PvP horse we can. It's not going to be great. But if we can get her speed up to like 700, she'll be decent. Should be alright, you know? Let's see, is there anything here that we want? In PvP, she's gonna be an end closer, so it might make sense to start giving her some end closing skills. Umastan, that sounds okay. Is there anything like super expensive? Like nothing, the skills we got this run, the hints we got weren't all that great. So that, I guess, is the downside of, we're just gonna run it. That's the downside of some of the support cards I'm using, is that the skills aren't that great. Or maybe we just didn't unlock that many hints, or something, I don't know. Usually, you know, there's more to choose from. Right now I'm rich. I got too many points. I don't have anything to spend it on. Really. Like nothing like really enticing that I want to get. Usually I'm like behind. Like I don't have enough points. I'm broke, you know? Nah. Oh, we're falling behind. I don't know. She might not be fast enough. 600 speed. I think we had about 600 yesterday on our run. And she was just kind of falling behind yesterday too. Just because she wasn't fast enough. Yeah, she really needed to be around like the 700 mark to outrun all these. I mean, she's keeping up with them, but she's not really pulling ahead. So yeah. I mean, I don't mind just ending her career now, honestly, because we made it as far as we can go, really. But I guess because I just don't think she has enough speed, honestly. Even if I guess we can change her. Oh, her mood's better now. I guess we can change her to. Let's just change her to pace setter since she's an A there for some reason. Probably because of her parent sparks. Maybe that'll help her a little bit. I think she'll win actually now. If she came in 4th as an F front runner, then as a pace setter, since there's only one other front runner too, because that matters sometimes. Like if I've mentioned this before, but if there's no one else front running and you're the only front running horse, it's actually better to change your horse to a pace setter. Unless their rating in that is like, you know, dog shit, like a G or something, then maybe you don't want to do that. But when there's no other front runner and you're the only one, it's actually better to change her to a pace setter, because that pace setter group, because there's no front runner, essentially becomes a new front running group, right? And so she'll if you normally run her as a front runner, she'll be at the head of the pace setter pack. I don't know if that makes sense, but she's not using as much stamina as she would if she was the only front runner. Does that make sense? Because they use more stamina as a front runner in the beginning of the race, right? But if you're the only one, it's not worth it because of the you're wasting a bunch of stamina for no reason. When you could just set them as a pace setter, and then they'll be at the front of the pace setter pack, which is essentially front running, right? But they're just using less stamina, so they have more left in the tank at the end of this race. At least that's what I've noticed. I don't know if that's how the mechanics actually work, so don't quote me on that. I don't know all the math and stuff behind the game, or how it calculates all that shit up. But that's what I've noticed, is that sometimes I'll lose as a front runner, and I'm the only one front running, right? But then when I change her to a pace setter and have her with the rest of the group, and so she's not the only one in the front running group, then she'll win. It's crazy how that works. And it's happened multiple times, like not just 1 or 2 times. I'm talking about like tens to 20s times. I don't know, how do you say it? Tens of times that it's worked. So it's something to keep in mind. Yeah, she won as a pace setter. You see? Because there was only one other front runner. So if she's at the head of the pace setter group, and she's an A in it too, obviously that definitely helped. But if she's at the head of the pace setter group, she's essentially a front runner because she's second place, right? She's in second, which is pretty much front running. So the A rating definitely probably helped too. Alright, so move on. Oh, she's got a lot of fans. See? And you're getting these thingies too. What are these things called? You wouldn't get this if you ended your career early, right? You could farm these thingies too. I think these are pretty good. Like you can buy like good shit with them. I don't know how many trainings we'll be able to get in here because she's no energy and she has Night Owl as well. Maybe one more after this, possibly, if we win this one. Let's see, 253. We got a lot of monies. I don't think we're gonna unlock any new skills here. So I think we're stuck with whatever's in this list now. So I just got that thing because it's universal. I think she's gonna win here. I don't know if front running is the best call though. Although there's 4 of them now. So that changes the math, right? When there's more than 1 or 2, even 2, you know, you might get away with pace setting. But if there's like 4 of them there, now there's a crowd in front of you, right? And Goldship is good at running in crowds. She's an end closer, you know, naturally. She's not even using her ult at this point because I'm not letting her, right? But in this case, front running when there's a big group actually makes sense in a way. It's weird, but it makes sense because especially because my wit is so low. You need higher wit for them to know how to like maneuver through the fucking field or whatever, you know, like a maze or whatever. And when they're really dumb like this, sometimes they get stuck, they get boxed in, you know what I mean? So when there's a big group of front runners, for whatever reason, it benefits you to just front run it. You know what I mean? Because she might not be first, right? She might like fall back a little bit and be number 4 in 4th place or 5th place. But then there's less shit for her to run through, right? To like there's not as much maze for her to try to figure out or whatever, right? That's why, let's say we lose this race, it would be mostly because of her rating, which is a G. So, you know, she'd be really terrible. But she'll probably win then if she loses this one. She'll probably win as a pace setter. I mean, not only is she an A there, but you're like minimizing a lot of the penalties that you would get from not having enough of a certain stat, such as wit or guts or whatever, right? Because guts doesn't really matter, and the reason why is if you get your, from what I understand of the game, like I'm not the fucking, you know, I'm not the what do you call it, like the guru of Musume, right? I'm not a guru or whatever, right? I'm just like someone who's played the game a little bit, and like I kind of see like how things work, and I've tried different things, experiment a little bit, and see what works and what doesn't. And the reason why guts doesn't matter as much right now, the way that the game, I think they're going to change it and update like a patch in the future. But the reason why it doesn't matter as much right now is that if you have enough speed and stamina, the guts, you don't need to, because what guts does, I guess, towards the end of a race, if you're clumped up like this, right, they can run at top speed for longer, even though their stamina runs out, and it like keeps the stamina from running out as quickly or something. Like it slows down their stamina usage or whatever towards the end of the race. But if you're fast enough, then none of that shit matters, right? It doesn't matter that, oh, she lost, but it doesn't matter that that she doesn't have guts, because she doesn't need it because she's so fast. Does that kind of make sense? You know what I mean? At least that's how I understand it, and I've tested that. Where, you know, I would just get 1200 speed or whatever, and like no guts at all, like 100 guts, and they do fine, especially in these. In PvP, it might make a difference, right? So we're gonna change her to a pace setter this time, and if we lose again, we'll put her back to her normal running style, her end closer style, and see how she does, you know, just for shits and giggles. I think she should win now. As an end closer, I think she's pretty powerful. Her speed might not be high enough, but. So what was I saying? I was talking about something. I think I pretty much explained it though. Why the guts doesn't matter. Yeah, PvP it does matter though. Guts does kind of matter because all the horses are like when you play through the normal storyline like this. These horses are not that great. Like if you look at their stats, like before the race, you can like cycle through the other runners, and their stats are all, you know, pretty similar, and usually they're not better than yours. You know, they're kind of like whatever. Right, but in PvP, those horses are good. You're running. I mean, the game actually pits you against other teams of horses or whatever that are very similar to your skill level, right? So then guts comes into play, because if the horse, you know, pound for pound is the same, like if their stats are very similar, then, you know, having a little bit more guts is going to matter in that, you know, because they're just going to run a little bit faster and a little bit harder at the end than your horse will, and your horse will, you know, slow down a little bit towards the end or whatever, you know what I mean? Just because they have a little bit more guts, whatever it is. Or maybe you have more wit than theirs does, so you end up using your skills that are better, you know, the timing's better, you know, their execution of it is better, you know, their positioning in the field is better when they use their skill, you know, all kinds of stuff, right? So that's where the variance comes from, right? And then you could just have bad luck sometimes, you know, because there is it's not a pure numbers game, I don't think. Like there is some sort of like RNG that plays a factor during the race too. Like you can get lucky in a race and win even though you're not supposed to. You know what I mean? Or you could lose. Or she lost like really bad. I think she did even worse than she did as a front runner here. All right, well, last chance. We'll make her an end closer and try to run her that way. That's weird that she did worse as a pace setter when her rating's better than as a front runner. So that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? That was just bad RNG. Whatever happened there, I wasn't watching the entire race. She probably got stuck behind some people because she's an idiot, because her wit's so low. And she's a dumbass and she didn't know how to position herself correctly. And so she got stuck behind some whoever. Or, you know, the RNG of it, she was in, you know, one of these, what are these things called? She was in a position that was like, you know, in the middle or whatever the hell, and, you know, she just didn't. See, she's on the inside now. That's usually not the best place either. For an end closer, you want to be on the outside if you can. Because then that's a clear path, right? She's going to have to work her way out now. As a front runner, you want to be on the inside, right? Because that's the shortest distance. So all of that kind of plays a role, like a factor in like how well your horse does. Like you would think that it's just a pure numbers game. Like if I have more speed, if my stats are all better than somebody else, right, then I should win. But that's not how it works. For whatever reason, there's like a late start, right? You get like random chances of things happening like that, or you get rushed, right? So there's RNG during the race too that will, you know, fuck you up if, you know, even though you might have the, you know, statistically the best horse in the race. You know, you might be #1 favorite or whatever. And then I think these skills are kind of interesting too, because depending on what skills you have, you can. I mean, most people kind of have the same skills now. Everyone has like Gourmand is very popular. Swinging Maestro, right? Everyone pretty much has that. Everyone has Professor of Curvature, right? So all the skills are very similar, but sometimes, you know, if you have more of them, right? So that's a build you can, and that's something I want to test out. I haven't done that yet. Is have a build where the stats are kind of shitty, but maybe they have like this extra amount of skills, like they have a lot. You know what I mean? And can that win a race? I think we lost here. Yeah, we didn't. Our speed was too low. You needed at least like 700, 750 at this point to win. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with where, because we got to 600 in speed, power, and stamina, and that's all I really want. And this horse isn't the best PvP again because it's a speed thing. So, but she'll do fine on our team. Our team is trash anyway. We have like a C. You know, we started off with like a C plus, I think. Haru Urara. Yep, 648, 750, 719. See, if this had been in the 700s, this would be pretty strong. And by the end of the finale, if this was up at like 8 something, like 800, and stamina up to about 800 maybe, this would be a strong horse in PvP then. You know what I mean? I mean, not the best that I've seen. I've seen like ones that have like, you know, over 1,000 speed, 1,000 stamina, you know, like 800 power, 400 wit, like just insanity, right? But you know, whatever. All right, so what should we blow the rest of this on? Maybe a debuff skill? Whatever. Okay, let's see what sparks we get. Oops, that's not what I want. I want to complete a career. I would say this is like a B, right? Like a B, yeah. Solid B. Oh, 1-star speed. That hurts, because we got 600 in that stat category, but it decided to give us 1-star speed. This is what I was talking about yesterday. Instead of, you know, you get like 1200 in speed, and then, you know, people always complain, I only get 1-star wit. That's not the worst of it, bro. The worst is when you get 1200 speed, and then you get a 1-star speed out of that. So you got the category, right? You got the right category, but you only get 1 star in it. That's the worst. It's not 1-star wit. That's not the 1-star guts. No. The worst is when you get 1-star speed. Well, we gave it a shot. You know, didn't work out for us. So this horse is pretty much going to the glue factory. I mean, it'll be in my PvP team for a while because it's only the second gold ship I've made, and this one's definitely better than the one from yesterday because I messed up on that one. This one did way better. Got some rewards, nice. I like that. I think it unlocks some stories, events or something too. Could watch more stories here. Yeah, edit team. So I think she might slot in here in the long, probably. Yep, she replaced that horse probably there. Oh, D rank, nice. I got some carrots. So yeah, eventually, you know, if we were to go back through all these characters and make them all like B pluses, because I think we could have run a better gold ship career with that tweak of the support cards that I was talking about, like one more speed card instead of a stamina card. right? Or one, I guess we could run one less power, whatever. So you could run 2 speed, 2 stamina, 2 power, something like that. Or it would be 2 speed, 3 power, 1 stamina, right? But, you know, the better career, we might have been a little bit higher in the Bs, or a B plus even, possibly. And so once you get all of these to that level, where they're all like B pluses, then you'll be in the B rank, the team rank, right? And then you're not that far away from being in the A rank, and you know? So slowly but surely. I think I'm gonna see how this actually does real quick. I'm not gonna watch him, I'm just gonna skip through just to kind of see. Win on the vodka, nice. 1 on the gold chip, see? Nice. Although that person's gold chip was only in like a D rating or whatever. So they're not good at all. We lost to the better Haru. Look at that. Look at that race right there. Our C plus Sakura Bakushino beat out a B Kuren-chan and a B Sakura Bakushino. You see that? So I don't know how these were built. They're probably built normally, you know, like, wow, 1,000. But look at that stamina, only 200. So this person definitely just spammed speed the entire run. So yeah, you know, that's how you're supposed to play her. Like, as according to the game, even it tells you that's what you're supposed to do. But what is ours? Let's see. See, ours with the 650. This is not even a good run. We didn't even get to 600 on anything other than speed, and it won out. You see what I'm saying? So you don't necessarily need to have the best. I mean, some luck probably played a role in that race too. Is why we won. But you know what I mean? You don't got. See, we won again. We beat out this whatever that thing was. I think that was a B also. We beat out a B with the Daiwa. So the 600, 600, 600 is not a bad strategy, I'm telling you. And you farm doing that too at the same time. Farming and decent PvP for what they are, right? Until you get a better rating. Alright, normally I like to buy the alarm clocks because I use a lot of those. And the shoes, because you could just farm them. And then I've been not buying this anymore, the pleasing parfait, because in the team races and stuff, yeah, you can use it to raise their mood or whatever, but I just don't care anymore. And so I just run them. I don't care. If I lose, I lose, whatever, you know? Like, I don't know what would be a situation where it'd be so important that I win that I would need to use one of these. Most of the time I don't care. Like, whatever, if I win, yeah, winning's great. Winning's awesome. But at this point in my playthrough career, I don't care. Maybe later on when I get to like the highest ranking team trials, you know what I mean? Like class, whatever it is, class 6 or whatever the highest one is. Once you get there and you're fighting for like first and second place, you know, in the game, then yeah, you want to use this for sure. You know what I mean? But when you're like friggin' 39,000th place or whatever, like, does it matter? No, I don't think it does. So yeah, some people, I've seen other like YouTubers, especially of this game, say that, you know, you should always buy this, but I have like 20 of them now, and I don't really see me using them anytime soon. Maybe later on, like I said, in the game, I will. But right now, I'm not. So, you know, it seems like a waste of money, especially because it's 5,000. I'd rather buy shoes for 1,000, right? Because when you do your daily races, we'll go here. You can farm gold. In here, I've already ran them today. But this thing here, this hard race, I think you get something like 3,000 from this when you win it. If you win it. If you don't win it, you get like 1,000 or something. Right? So that pretty much pays for your alarm clock, like running 3 of these, right? pays for your, like, you're getting stuff for free basically just by doing these, and then you collect the reward or whatever. Even though you've already collected this, the first win bonus, even without that, and you only collect the reward on the race, it's enough to pay for the crap in the store, right? The daily, what is it? This thing. Whatever's in here, those daily races will pay for anything you buy in there, pretty much. I mean, the alarm clock and the shoes, at least. The parfait, no, you're gonna be losing money if you buy the parfait because it's $5 grand. Because this, if you open this up 3 times, right, you're spending 3 grand each time because the alarm clock is 2 grand, and then the the shoes are 1 grand, and you win about 3 grand, I think, from that race, the daily race. I'm not exactly sure 100% on that, but I think it was around 3 grand the last time I checked. It's been a while, so I don't really remember the exact numbers. But if you win 3,000 gold there, right, the coins or whatever, and you spend 3,000 in here, then you're getting all that shit for free. You're getting free shoes, free alarm clock. Yeah, pretty much, you know? Yeah, that's what you're getting. Alright, so to wrap this up, I think, so we finished playing all the characters that are available to us, right? I haven't opened any new ones. So now it's either go back through, right, and play the same characters from the beginning. So go, you know, reach back around to Haru Urara, right, and rerun her using better parents now that we have a vodka that's decent. And I'll continue to farm vodka, right, until I get a 3-star speed spark from her, is what I want because of her parents. Her parents for speed. The stamina one will serve as the new grandparent basically. So I'll farm stamina using her now, right? But I do want a speed. I want one like this, but instead of stamina, it's 3-star speed. So then I have an 8-star speed vodka parent that is available, right? So I have one like this, and then one like with speed. And then use this one with the stamina to do a 9-star stamina, hopefully, right? And then once I get that, I don't care so much about power, because the power, like a 9-star power, I don't know how useful that would be. I think stamina is really useful. Wit could be useful, maybe. Guts could also be useful, maybe. But I would keep farming vodka for that, and once I'm done farming her, I would farm gold chip after that. Right, so do the same thing I've been doing. So I'd have a bunch of different kinds of gold chips. And on her specifically, I would probably want to farm stamina more than anything. Because her affinities, since she's a long horse, right? She's a medium and long specialty horse. So her stamina, her affinities with the other horses are with other stamina hungry horses. Right, vodka is more like speed probably. Maybe some stamina, maybe a little bit of power. They're all useful for, you know, horses she has affinities with. So for example, her best affinity, vodka's best affinity is Daiwa Scarlet, right? And Daiwa Scarlet is a front runner or a pace setter. She's good at mile and medium, and possibly long, not as much, but mostly mile and medium, right? So she kind of uses all 3. Like speed is good, stamina is good on her, and power is good on her, right? Because she kind of needs those, especially as a pace setter. Power is basically like acceleration. So how fast she gets up to speed. Speed is like top speed. How fast she can go, period. Right? This is how fast she can get there. Power, right? And stamina is just, you know, it is energy that they use during the race. So I don't know exactly how that works. I know there's different like stamina things per leg of the race. I don't know exactly how that works. You know, it's hard to tell, like, you know, because I'm not seeing numbers going in front of my face when they're running. And wit, like I said, was like positioning and being able to use skills and stuff. And guts is like how quickly they use stamina. How, like, if you're at 400, like this number ticks down, I'm guessing, during the race, right? And in different legs of the race, it's like it's a different amount. Um, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I don't know exactly how that works, but guts, I think, affects how quickly this number ticks down to zero, and also once it's down to zero, like once you have no stamina, how long you can sustain your top speed or whatever. You know what I mean? The higher this number is, the longer you can sustain that without any stamina. So it's I guess it's kind of like stamina, but not really. I don't know. I don't really, like I said, understand completely how these interact with each other. That's why I want to do a test one day where where I'm only training like one stat. I think I've seen a couple of people do that. I've seen some videos like that where this one guy, I think he only trained guts on, I don't remember who it was, but he only trained guts on some character and actually finished the finale, the URA finale. It went all the way and it did really well. And the stats weren't like that great. I think they were around like 600, 600, and like 1200 or something. It was something like that. And it did really well. And I think that's because even though the stamina was like dog shit, right, on that run, because training guts doesn't give you any stamina. So I think the parents he picked had like stamina sparks, and I think maybe some wit sparks or something, or he got wit some other way. I don't remember exactly what he did, but his wit wasn't that high, right, and his stamina wasn't that great. But he was using like events in the game and stuff to give him wit, and like he was looking at like a guide. So whenever one of those event things popped up where you have a choice, he would look it up online and then like pick the one that he needed, like for wit and for stamina. And then the rest of the time he just trained guts the entire time. I mean, he rested when he needed to, but it finished the URA finale. And so if you have 1200 guts, does that mean you can have like 0 stamina, like 100 stamina or whatever in this stat, and it'll just eat up on guts, for the race or something? I don't know. Yeah, I think that's kind of interesting to think about, is to figure out how that works, to see, because if you have a 1200 guts horse and it still does pretty well even in PvP, it means something, right? Like, what's the ideal number for this, right? I mean, speed is king, obviously, but what can you sacrifice here? I don't know. I think I watched some other thing where they were saying that power is like the most important stat, really, because it's not really about your top speed, although your top speed does matter, right? Because speed is king in this game, but your power matters just as much, pretty much, because if your speed is 1200 but your power is only like 200, right, that means your acceleration, like if you're a car, right, you have a really high top speed, you can go 200 miles an hour, whatever, right, but if your power is low, your engine's like a 2.2 liter, like a little four banger, getting up to 200 is going to take you an hour, because it just doesn't have enough power to get up. It'll get up there eventually, but it's going to take a long time. You're like, and you're just like doing that, you know what I mean? You're like doing one of these things where you're like, go, trying to rock your car forward. So if the power number is really high though, right, like if this is 1000 or whatever, that means you have like a friggin' V16, V12, like 1000 horsepower engine in your car. So then you're gonna get up to 200 miles per hour much quicker. Does that make sense? And sometimes that's more important. How fast you get to your top speed is more important than how fast you can actually go. I think that's why in that team race that I ran earlier just now, my C plus Sakura Bakushino beat out the higher rated Sakura Bakushino on the other team that had 1200 speed or whatever, because first of all their stamina wasn't great, right? So I think stamina is like the gas tank in a car, right? How big your gas tank is, right? So that, if you have a big V8, right, it eats more gas, right? So you're gonna spend more energy getting up to, because it's a bigger car. If you have a little four banger, you're not going to use up much gas or whatever. So there's some kind of numerical relationship here. You know what I mean? I can see that. I just don't know what it is. I don't know the formulas, right? But it does make sense that that's there. And then Guts would kind of be like, I guess, like, I don't know. I really don't know what that would be like a like an auxiliary fuel tank or something, or like NOS maybe. I'm not exactly sure how that works. And then Wit is probably like the driver. You know how smart the driver is. Whatever. Anyway, I think that's why the Sakura Bakushino won, because it had better power first of all. Because that other Sakura was all speed, nothing else, right? And their power was, it gets trained simultaneously, so it was there, but it wasn't. I don't know. So then you need to balance those things, right? And this is a game balancing the numbers basically, right? And obviously the higher numbers you have, the better, but you want to balance them. And so, yeah. Anyway, I don't know how I got off. I'm like going off on a tangent. I'm like talking about things that don't really matter right now. But basically, I was just wanted to say I was gonna farm gold chip after I farmed vodka, and now though, since I'm out of characters, I think ideally what I would do if I was playing by myself and not streaming it is I would go back and play Haru Urara. But because I'm streaming it, I think that might be boring because I've already played her twice on stream. So we might maybe come back to that a little later. But I do have a free scout here. Yeah, I got a free ticket here. And I have the one they give you in the thing. So maybe I should redeem those. I have this one. And this is a guaranteed 3-star, I believe. Yeah, it's a guaranteed 3-star. I think I'll play one of these next, whatever I get. So I think let's go ahead and pull this, see what we get. I don't think it's gonna be good. Silver. King Halo. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's really interesting, actually. Because her best affinity, King Halo, is Haru Urara. So it might make sense. Or no, is Haru's affinity, the best affinity is King Halo. I think King Halo's best affinity is somebody else, actually. Yeah. I guess I could check that. We could just look. That's really interesting that I got her though. So King Halo. Special week, yeah. But for Haru Urara, her best affinity is King Halo. And it's gold chip too. So that might mean, yeah, I play King Halo right next while I'm farming vodka and gold chip, right? And eventually if I farm a good gold chip, right, then I'll farm King Halo and make a good King Halo. And then we can run Haru with King Halo and gold chip as the parents. Because that's the two best affinities for her, and we own them. So, and then I'll probably look for. We could probably maybe even use a Sakura Bakushino. Maybe we farm her up. See, so we run her again to be the other parent, possibly. Or I could just pull one from the guest legacies, right? Just find one, like I can find a Kuren-chan or a Smart Falcon. I can look for one. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that worked out actually. I don't know that it could have worked out any better, honestly. Unless we got like a Oguri cap or something. Okay. So we'll play King Halo next, I think. I don't even know what kind of character she is. Is she a front runner? Because that's what she's gonna be. She's gonna be a front runner. Because that's she's a sprinter. A late sprinter, a late style sprinter. Okay. You know, for a late style sprinter, the Japanese thing that I talked about, well, we never tried, the 3 speed and 3 wit cards would work really well actually, because you have wit for positioning, you get power from just training speed, right? Which you need. Stamina you can punt because it's a sprint. Who cares, right? It's so short, it doesn't matter. And then you need to be fast. So that could be something I try with her. Maybe at least one of the runs I do. We might just play her normally, the 600, 600, 600, right? And then maybe try a 3 speed, 3 wit card deck for her specifically, because it just suits her style. And then we'd run her not as a front runner, but as a late surger, what she's good at. Okay, cool. So that's interesting. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pull the other one, the 3 stars, see what we get. Oh, I can pick? Oh, interesting. I don't remember picking my other one. Did I pick the other one? I don't know how I would pick that. Oh, maybe I picked it just by their cup size, their boobs. I just picked the one with the biggest boobs, and that happened to be Taiki Shuttle on my personal account. I didn't goon to it. I don't goon to it, but you know, I don't mind looking at big boobs. So okay, so this is interesting then. Since we got King Halo, might have to think about this and make a decision later on. Because I think we have a plan for Haru. Urara. I wonder if the game spit out King Halo on purpose. Because, you know, I don't know if everyone gets that. Probably not. It's a random pull, right? Let's see. Who's really good with Daiwa? Vodka and Tokai Teo? Is that an option here? Can we get Tokai Teo? We can. Uh-huh. Interesting. So if we got Tokai Teo, we already have a good vodka parent for Daiwa, right? We would just need to farm Tokai Teo to make the other half of the parent tree. And we would be able to create a really powerful Daiwa Scarlet. I mean, Majuro McQueen could be good too, because she has good affinity with Gold Ship. Where is Gold Ship? Here. Yeah, Majuro McQueen would be the highest. We know Abiwa Hayahide. We know one in my friend list, actually. So we could pull the Majuro McQueen, who's also good with Daiwa Scarlet, you know, ish. She's near the top. So we could build both Daiwa Scarlet and Gold Chip with a Majuro McQueen. It's only 2 points less than Tokai Teo. So you get some overlap there, so you can do multiple characters with one, you know what I mean? Like parents and stuff. Let's see, a Vodka. Vodka's kind of my main parent right now. So I don't know that it's worth it to try to build a better Vodka, right? Because I would have to come back around to it later. Because right now she's the parent, so, you know, why would I want to build a better one when I already have a really good one? When I'm farming her right now to make, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. And then who else I have left? Sakura Bakushino is the only other one I have, right? I guess I have King Halo too. I don't think this is gonna be, yeah, this is gonna be hard to get because all her affinities are like, you know, out of the thing. I think the best use of her would be to get Haru really, like a really good, make Haru a really good character using King Halo as like kind of a parent type of thing. So then our only other character that we have available is Sakura Bakushino. And her best legacy is Taiki Shuttle. Mijiro McQueen is in that list, but it's kind of lower on the list. 18. That's 11 points. That's kind of a lot. So so it seems like getting Mijiro McQueen, because I'm not really that concerned about Sakura Bakushino making a good one, a sprinter of her. Because we have other characters that can do that. Do I need to make this decision now? Maybe. Let's check this one again. I just want to double check something. Yeah, Taiki Shuttle's not even in the list, really. Maybe further down the list, possibly. Yeah, not really. She's like way down here. 29th. And then for Daiwa Scarlet, yeah, Taiki Shuttle don't think even makes the list, honestly. Oh, she's here. 22. I think it makes the most sense. We have the most overlap with Mijiro McQueen. We have two characters that overlap with the Mijiro, and only one with Taiki Shuttle, which is Sakura Bakushino. And honestly, Sakura Bakushino is not a good parent to anybody, I don't think. Let's see who her best affinity is. It's Taiki Shuttle. So does that mean Taiki Shuttle? Her best affinity is Sakura Bakushino. And then El Condor Pasa, which we don't have. These are like random polls. Daiwa Scarlet is kind of good with everybody. So that's why I want to build a good Daiwa Scarlet, because she's kind of has good affinity with pretty much everybody. For the most part. I think like 75-80% of the other characters she has decent, affinity with. So I think Mijiro McQueen is the way to go. So we're gonna pick her. Symboli Rudolph could be good too. Just as a character, I think. But I think it makes the most sense for us to take Mijiro McQueen. So I'm gonna just take that. What is this shit? Stars? Oh, you get some stars too? You get 60 stars? Oh, interesting. Okay. Alright. So I think we're set up for a good long while now. I think I'll have to think about it a little bit to see how I'm going to plan this out. But for the most part, it looks like we're going to be running King Halo next. Or I mean, I guess I could run Mijiro McQueen next, honestly. I could do that. Oh, you know what? I should check if we're going to run Mijiro McQueen. We should check her affinities. I didn't do that, huh? That's kind of dumb. I should have. So we know Abiwa Hayahide in our guest list. It's not the best one, but we know one. And then Daiwa Scarlet is here. And our Daiwa is a 2-star speed and like a 1-star wit, grandparents and stuff. Like trash grandparents. So maybe Gold Ship is in there, 31. That's pretty good. So maybe if I farm up Gold Ship on the side, we can play Mijiro McQueen with using the guest parent with Biwa Hayahide and my Gold Ship that I make. Yeah, I think that would be a good plan. Okay, so then I think we shouldn't play her next though, because the gold chips that we have are trash, as parents at least. So we're gonna play King Halo next. Let's see what her affinities are again. I don't think we had any good ones. Special Week, Grass Wonder. Yeah, we don't really have. We have a vodka, so we can use a vodka who's number 5 on the list, and then we'll just pull. Well, I think I have a Special Week in my guest list. I know we have a Grass Wonder for sure. So we'll pull this from the guests, and then we'll use the vodka that we have, even if it's just the 3-star stamina and the 5-star speed. That's our best one that we have right now. I'll keep farming vodka until I get a 3-star speed. So I'll play two vodkas a day, basically. So at night on the stream, I'll play one of the games, and then 2 of them I'll play like during lunch or whatever, off stream. And then I'll farm them, and if I get like a 3-star vodka, I get it. If I don't, I don't. And then once I get that 3-star vodka, I'll start farming gold chip. So 2 runs a day on gold chip until I get, decent stats, like good sparks on those. And then play at night I'll play a stream, 1 game. So I'll play 3 games a day basically. The 2 I'm playing offline, I'm not really playing. I'm just clicking through. This I'm actually playing these on the stream. So yeah, I think that's the plan. We'll play the King Halo. I think we have what we need for King Halo, because we could just use vodka, which we already have existing. And then we'll pull one of these for the guest. And then once we play King Halo, I think we're gonna play Haru again at that point, because I think we won't have a gold chip though. So depending on if I am able to farm a decent gold chip in that time that we play King Halo, because today is Thursday, right? So yeah, I'm not streaming till next week, till Monday. I'm probably not gonna play on the weekend at all. I'm not gonna do anything. I don't play these games on the weekend. Maybe I might play tomorrow, at least during the day. Yeah, I probably won't play that much though. So I probably won't have a gold chip ready. So maybe we won't be able to run a Haru. I don't know, man. I'll figure something out. We'll figure something out and try to make it as interesting as possible. Maybe I'll just do some farming runs, on stream. We'll just do 3 farming runs on stream or something. I won't run them during lunch if I don't have the gold chip that I need for stream for the new characters and stuff. Then I'll just do it on stream and go through the farming process, like 3 of them, and we won't watch the races. Then we'll just skip through everything, and then so I could fit more of them into the time that I have for the streaming. So yeah, we'll I don't know, we'll figure something out. I'll by Monday I'll know, and so we'll do that. But yeah, pretty good run. I'm feeling good about like how far we've gotten so far and our progress, and I have a lot of stuff to look through because we pulled all these support cards today, uncapping and leveling up and whatever, and figuring out what cards do what and what's better than what. I'm not sure if I want to even like uncap these normal cards, these regular R cards. Doesn't seem like it's worth it. Even leveling them up doesn't seem worth it, right? Because you're never going to use them. But maybe there's like some achievement, something that you unlock by doing that, and you get some points or something. I don't know. But yeah, I think we're in a good spot. The game is just kind of getting interesting now, right? Like if you played up to this point the way that I have, right? It was kind of restricted. You're still kind of learning the game, whatever, this and that. But now you sort of understand it a little bit more. And now, by pulling all these support cards and whatever, and new characters, a bunch of stuff has opened up, right? So there's a lot of possibilities now of things you can do. And we still have some carrots left. So we could do a 10 card pull if we really wanted to. You know what I mean? We could do a 10x scout here. You get 1 2-star guaranteed. You know what I mean? Then you have even more choices of what you want to do, right? I don't want to do that because it's gonna like make things a little too crazy for me. Like there's a lot of shit to keep track of, right? 7 characters, the 2 characters I haven't played is enough for me. You know what I mean? Like 2 extra ones. But let's say we had pulled like a character that wasn't, good with anybody else. Like it was a terrible character. It wasn't King Halo. It was something else, something weird, right? That we don't have good affinities for. Then maybe I would have pulled some. You know what I mean? Because then that's just like another character that is gonna be crappy. So I want to start making better and better characters at this point in the game. Right? I don't want to just randomly run shit anymore. Because that's what I did in my personal account. I just randomly ran shit. I didn't know anything about affinities, right? I didn't know anything about support cards really. I just auto-selected and just let the game pick for me, and I just ran them, and I got decent horses. Like, they did well in PvP and stuff, but I wasn't getting better. My horses weren't getting better, right? I was stuck at a B plus or whatever. You know what I mean? And I wasn't progressing in the game. It was just like the same thing over and over and over again. And I was just like, there's got to be more to this than just that. And so when I started doing a little bit of research, oh, there's like all this extra, like another layer of shit that you can do, that makes your, I was wondering how these people in the ranked stuff, like they were getting like 1200, 900, 600, 600. I'm like, how the hell did you do that? There's no way. It's not possible, right? Maybe it's a pay to win. Like, you have to pay to unlock the cards and all the shit, and that's the only way you can get there. No, it's not really that. I mean, yeah, there is some of that. There is some pay to win elements in this, but a lot of it is just like knowing which support cards to use for your character, and then like knowing how to build your characters up, right? Instead of before, what I was doing is just randomly picking shit. Like in my my roster, a veteran Musume, I would just pick one that had the best stats. Oh, this one gives 45 speed or whatever. I don't, affinity didn't matter to me. Or whatever, I'll just pick that one because that's the best one I have. And then to think about, once I learned about farming and stuff, to think about farming something to like, I'd already played like 25 careers, and now I have to play I have to sit there and farm these characters to get more. Like, this is crazy, right? I don't even know where to start. I have like 20 characters. I have like 15 of them I haven't played. I mean, not 15, but probably like 10. There's like 10 characters I haven't even played yet. And I want to play them, for the first time. I'm not going to be trying to farm them or whatever. And that's when I was like, you know what? I messed up. I need to start over. Like, I don't need to. Like, I'm not going to on my personal account. I'm not starting over. But, if I were to start over, this is how I would play this game. And that's what this stream is, right? This is the way I should have been playing had I known on my personal account when I first started playing this game. Because this is so much more organized. It's so much more, like, my veteran list on my personal account is so crazy right now. I have like, I don't know, I guess like 25, 30, 40 of them, something like that. I don't know. I guess it's, if I played 25 career playthroughs, right, I would have about 30, because you have all these ones that they give you. I need to delete some of these, right? But it's all packed and they're all different faces. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on in there. You know what I mean? I'm so confused. You know what I mean? This makes sense to me. These are the ones they gave you, right? These are the first two Harus I ran, and then I ran two Sakuras, and then I ran two Daiwas, and then this is the two vodkas I ran, and then these are the farm vodkas I ran. You know what I mean? I remember all of these. I remember what I did. Like, all of this makes sense to me. You know what I mean? So I'm easily able to identify what's what. But in my personal account, bro, I don't remember anything. It's just like random faces, just like, I'm just like, which one was the good one? Like, I have to click on every single one of them to figure out which one was the good one. And then I put a little carrot on them, and then I don't even know what the other ones are. You know what I mean? Because I don't remember. I just played randomly without understanding what I was doing. You know what I mean? And so I think that's kind of how a lot of players start playing this game, obviously, because you don't know anything about it. So you're just gonna randomly play. It's a game. But I think the way that I'm playing it now is so much more efficient, and it's more, it's orderly. It's not chaotic. I mean, it's a game, so who cares? But if you wanna get good at the game, this is the only way to do it. You have to treat it like a spreadsheet, or else you're just gonna be stuck at B+. That's a sad fact. You're not gonna get better, because it's a casino, it's a slot machine. So you can only get so good at the slot machine without,
juicing your odds a little bit somehow, which is, you know, there is that mechanism in this game. That mechanic of juicing your odds exists by, you know, bringing better parents to the table, by bringing the correct support cards to the table. You know what I mean? It's almost like you're playing poker, but you're able to choose your hand. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's enough yapping for me tonight. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. And thanks for watching.